Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Murmuhu. Naren is singing a song, and when anybody sings, there is the singer, perhaps a set of audience, and the singer expresses his feelings, and the listeners get inspired. The inspired soul alone can inspire others. Otherwise, inspiration to awaken the inner bhavas will not be possible. We have seen this again and again. Some singers, some people are able to awaken in others the divine love. Almost all saints had this tremendous capacity to awaken the spiritual consciousness in others. When some of the singers like Meera or Tulsi, when they used to sing, all will be in tears. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to sing and go, all used to be in ecstatic state, dance, forgetting their body and mind. So, apart from this, there is nature. Nature also responds, nature also listens, nature also participate if it is pertaining to divine. And when it is sung by a spiritual aspirant or spiritually advanced soul, nature responds. As if nature also is dancing. That's why very often we see Master Masha here, the author, giving the whole nature how it is, the river flowing, the setting sun, the time, all this is being expressed to add to our imagination. One is, as the time passes, we are moving far away from the situations that were there at that time. When Naren was there, Ramakrishna was there in Dakshineshwar, what was the atmosphere, how was the forest and the thing, we can no more see. Only from pictures we have to infer, but what we go and see is completely a city atmosphere and modern advanced states, unimaginable differences. How the forest-like atmosphere, everywhere greenery filled and river flowing. People used to get frightened to enter into the depths of the forests there around. Small area, few acres of land, yet you will see, if a single tree is removed from the forest, you will see a hole there. If few trees are cut away, you will see a open, it has become already open field. So, it is this we see, he is trying to take us to a state, always to, times have changed, we are in the computer modern times. Thakur, when he was there, even electricity had not come. Somewhere a small bulb they used to burn with chemical battery and show. Magnetic lines cutting and creating the light had not been invented perhaps. Batteries were there. First were the batteries. So here we see we are being transported to a time when Thakur was there. When we read Ramayana, Mahabharata and all, we are transported to that time and that atmosphere in which Rama moved about. We can respond, we can interact with any situation only when pictoriously it is presented. Janakaraja's Sita Swayamvara, how he goes on explaining, how was the situation, how many saints and sages had joined, how the arrangements were done for all the prajas that are flowing from the neighbor even nations. So all that you can just imagine, this whole picture forms the Leela Dhyana. Most helpful for the Leela Dhyana. 2 hours of Leela Dhyana is done, I must become a participant in that. Suppose Rama's Leela Dhyana, as I read the Ramayana, now I think we finished today, Ramcharitmanas. After that, if you go and sit and experience that again, you are in the Leela Dhyana and you are present there in that atmosphere at that time. So here also, when Sri Ramakrishna was there, you are getting yourself presented there as you read and go on. Thakur is talking to someone, you are the listener. So here we see the divine and nature participate unseen. Whole nature will be dancing in joy. We hear in Puranas that when the great tyrannizers in tyranny, bringing up tyranny, we see like Ravana or Kamsa and all, how they used to treat the humans. We can see, and how was the atmosphere, and how the Mother Earth starts weeping and goes to Brahma and as a cow she represents and says, I am earth, I am unable to bear the sin accumulated. God, immediately, God is waiting. He is more conscious than the mother, nature. So, you can see the participation. Here, Naren alone is not singing. There are hearers. So many group is sitting. Sri Ramakrishna himself is there. The Avatar Varishta is there. And nature is. We began the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna with the description of the nature. How the Ganga flowing, the land, the forest, how it was. And the temple, the people who are managing or organizing. All this I have described earlier, just to know how nature, and this is unseen. You see, I was on the banks of Narmada. Years I have done puja. And I am benefited to the maximum extent, unimaginable. But for the puja, I would not have progressed in my spiritual life at all. That's why I make these people do puja personally, somewhere sitting in the ashrama or in their room or somewhere. I insist. But I got so many results also, and including spiritual states where we can perceive God. But I had not seen anywhere, any time, how God receives the worship. But on the bank of Narmada, I was there at Hoshangabad. There was Kali Mahadev temple, small, with iron bars on all sides. And I used to sit just above. A tree was there, a nib tree. Below the nib tree, there will be shade. I used to sit there and watch the river flowing. And there will be bell and offering of puja to Kali Mahadev. Just below, about 10 feet or 15 feet below, it used to be the satanic hut. It is number of steps, large and small. So I used to watch. People will come, do worship and go. They pour something on Shiva, offer something, flowers, this, that, so many things. One day, a person used to come little late when nobody used to be there. All have gone away. A person used to come for offering his worship. And I used to watch. He will come, take bath in the river and singing a bhajan or something he will be singing, and comes, takes up his thali and goes for worship. And nobody will be there usually when he goes. Even if when he goes, go down and go away. He will be doing elaborate worship. May not be hours together, but maybe 15-20 minutes he will take. He will be uttering some stotras, this, that and all, doing the worship. With great love and feeling perhaps, I imagine, is to feel the presence of God and worship. And I had one of the days, many days have passed, weeks, months also might have passed. And I saw the Lord joyfully receiving. The receiving part we don't see. The other half we see, the other half we don't see. Always, sunrise to sunset, sunset to sunrise we don't see. Birth to death we see, death to birth we don't see. So, the other half, I never imagined even. From childhood we have been accustomed, go offer the puja and come away. Keep the offering in front of God. And idam sopkarna nevedyam sarvadeva swarupai Sri Ramakrishnaya Namaha. That's all we knew. But the other, from God's side, what is the participation? How He receives it, how Holy Mother used to say, when the offering is given, 2 rays from the eyes come and touch all the offerings given. I could not see the form of God, but the great joy, the God is receiving it, that aspect. You can imagine a you are thinking of your grandfather or somebody, father or someone, and you are not bringing the picture of him into the mind. Suppose I ask anyone, what is your father doing at now? He says he'll be sleeping. When he says he is sleeping, he never thinks of the form of father. His existence alone is brought into picture. This existence is in our awareness, is independent of form. My father has gone to office. When we say his form, how he looks like, when we ask, then the form comes into picture. Otherwise, form doesn't come into picture. So his existence comes into picture. That existence of the Lord and the response, that everything he is receiving it. Receiving means how that soul offers, and how the soul is offering something and God is receiving it. The objects are there itself. Offerer's object, what he offered is also there. We keep the Nevedya and say, Sarvadeva Spai Ramakrishna Namaha. It is there only. I have offered it. Offerer's offering is over, object is there. Receiver's receiving is over, object is still there. How the transformation takes place, you see. Like that, how God participates in our life, in our sadhana. When you sit for japa, when you go, see, I think Maharaj says, if you go every day for meditation, suppose you miss one day, God will be waiting there. You are going at a particular hour. He gives the example of a dog. If you put an ordinary dog, if you put some food every day at 11 o'clock, after a few days you see that 11 o'clock that dog is there. Even animals respond. What about God? So God responds, waits for the devotee. And we see in the temple invocation occasion, the Devata is invoked in the temple. Yagacha, Yagacha, in the temple itself. Am, Rim, Krom, Yam, Lam, Vam. We were touching the image and invoking the God. And last we say, Yavat Tvam Pujayishanti, Tavat Tvam Sustiro Bhava. As long as someone comes and worships you, till then you will be here. That is the prayer of the invoker, one who invokes God in that image. And God waits there, having invoked. And suppose the temple had dilapidated, it has fallen away, the image also has been taken away, someone might be, or be there, and a devotee is going to come 200 years after. In between there is nobody to light a lamp or do the puja. God has to wait there for that one devotee who is going to come after 200 years. Because it is a prayer of the, means how much God participates in our sadhana. Once you have given your life, your body and mind to God, it must be completely, without unconditionally, it must be given. And you will see that it occupies, he occupies. How much? And then that person who is to do the worship, next day I watched, I could not see. It's a grace that sometimes something we see, and I used to watch and enjoy every day, but I was not able to perceive the same experience. But the way in which after all the puja and everything cleaning, and after a few months before I could go into the forest for the forest life, I saw him cleaning all the rods and sitting and painting alone. How much of dedication, how much of responsibility, how much of my God, I have to take the responsibility, I have to do for it. Like a mother, how mother feels, I have to do for my child. That bearing the responsibility of, it is not his temple, it is not, he is neither a owner or anything, but the dedication. I have dedicated to God. I love Him. I take care of Him. I have given my life to Him. And when coming down, whole attention. Normal people will be seeing here, there, who is taking bath, how many times each person is taking a dip in the water, all accounts they will keep. But not their attention at God. When such people come, whole attention, thinking of God, repeating His name, they come, as they come towards the temple, whole attention is on the temple, indifferent to all things. They don't gather any information, they don't collect, they don't see, they don't carry. When we were taught puja in the mud, soon after my joining, we were told, don't talk till the puja is over. Don't look at other people's face if it is going to be there imprinted when you are sitting for puja. So we used to avoid, and as far as possible, it's early puja, you see. We have to sit for puja by 7:15, 7:30, maximum 7:30. When the bell is given for tiffin, we will be there beginning the puja in the temple. So till then there is no interaction. Morning Mangalarti, close the eyes, my eyes doesn't see anything, anybody, but go on repeating feeling the presence of God with you. And this is how Naren's state was there. Naren's state was, wherever he is thinking of the divine. He cannot close his eyes. He closes eyes, he will see the Thakur's face. Books he opens and closes and keeps. That is making him. Now you see how Thakur used to get awakened at Naren's singing. He will, a word or two, he is in samadhi. Naren is going to sing, he is already a half samadhi. Because the call of the heart makes God to surrender. And this is what we have to cultivate at all times. One, unconditional dedication to God. I have given my body, mind, senses, everything, my intellect, my feelings, everything to God. That unconditional giving. I have dedicated my life to God. And in thought world, a mind must dwell constantly on God. A part of the mind is sufficient to carry on all the works of your life, all duties and responsibilities. It needs a small portion of your mind to attend to. When we were brahmacharis, we never had any vehicle to go, nor we were advised. City market, which is far off, we have to go only by cycle. Just like Narsim uncle goes with it, what is it there? Huh? TVS. Like that, we used to go in cycle and hang everything and come. If it is too much, we will take an auto, the labor will sit and bring, we will be in cycle. We will come and cycle. All duties of life we fulfilled. Who doesn't know cycling has to go by walk. So it was those days. It's a great joy. I have given my life to God. I have given everything to God without unconditional. A servant calling and telling something we used to gladly do with great joy. Some ordinary things, devotees coming and telling something, we will run to do. Swamiji, my cycle has got puncture in the street. Will you please come? Two brahmacharis will run. Or usually he has lost his key, cycle key. And there is no self-starter. Someone may bring car and he will see that it is not starting, like our white eye Omni. Few people has to push from behind, and that brahmacharis used to run. And they used to, without hesitation, they would call. So much of respect, so much of intimacy, so much of everything. And everyone used to run to help. Why? Because we have given our life to God. It's a great joy to do all the works for God. So that is, Naren is singing here, is awakening so many people, and the Divine Mother is dancing in joy. Thakur's mother is full of joy, because Thakur himself is joy. Kanima there in the temple, peeping outside. Here from Nabat, Holy Mother is peeping outside. And everything is happening in front of God. Avatara Varishta is sitting there. Imagine the whole atmosphere. That's why in the beginning, Yam explains that as the place where all tirthas have joined. All tirthas have come and joined. And Shukadev, himself is explaining the Bhagavata, that state of awareness. So this is what we find Naren singing here. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.